What's going on, guys? In this training video, we're going to talk a little bit about MT4. We're going to talk about adjusting your format, adjusting your settings. A lot of you guys have been asking me questions about, changing the background, how to do like trend lines, that sort of thing. And then I also want to show you how to take partial profits on one entry. You guys might hear my daughter's toys in the background. I'm sorry about that, but you guys know how much I love Mila. So anyway, let's talk about that. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how to break down partial profits, and let's show you guys exactly how to set up your MT4 charts properly, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and share screen and give that a chance to load. Perfect, we're gonna go to MetaTrader 4. Now, I already have a live account that's set up the way that I want to. So let's take a look. All right, so here's the chart, right? So we're looking at this chart here now. I don't have any active orders, okay? In order for me to take a partial profit, I need to have an active order. Now, it's possible that this demo account do I have any orders here? Damn, how'd that happen? That's crazy. You guys seeing that? There must be something wrong with the demo. Look at the equity and the free margin. So it's saying 486 million. Wow. But the balance is so low. I don't understand. Whatever. I don't know. Something's up there. So anyway, I'd have to take a trade and show you guys. I wish I would have had it. I'm going to go ahead and place a sell here. Now, it has to be more than a 0.01. All right, if it's not more than a 0.01, you can't do it because you can't take partials on something. Now, I'll probably have to wait for it to get in the negative, or I mean in the positive. So let me go ahead and show you how to change the format of your chart, show you how to do the settings, okay? So here's the thing, you guys. You really don't want to be in the habit of marking up MT4, okay? That's not a good habit to get in the beginning. You want to use TradingView. That's going to give you a better picture. You're going to be able to zoom out. You're going to be able to use Fibonacci's, different things that are more, they're just more user-friendly at first, okay? Not to say that they're better than MT4. I personally think they are better than mobile MT4 because you do have more options, okay? But I would, really think about that before you just start only exclusively marking up charts on MT4. Anyway, let's get into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my settings, okay? Now here you can see under charts where you're going to have different options to modify things, okay? So it says line type, OHLC, data window, volumes, trade levels, independent charts, period separators, price line, and colors. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to change the color scheme. Now keep in mind, right now, I have the chart set to black background, purple bullish candles, and red bearish candles, okay? Keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to go to the settings. I'm going to go to charts. Under charts will give me everything I need. All I need to do is go to colors, okay? And this is where you ultimately change all the colors and customize everything, okay? So if you wanted your background to be white, you could. I personally recommend a black background, mostly for two reasons. Number one, it's not going to drain your battery, right? So if you have a white background, you trade a lot, it'll drain your battery really, really quick. Whereas a black background with colored lines, much, much better. But it's personal preference. If you like the white, by all means, run with it. I just recommend the black. That's what I've always used, and it does preserve the battery much, much better. So, and you guys can see in the top of my phone, I don't know if you noticed that little, that extra little battery with a little, what looks like a triangle inside of it. I always have power save mode on because I'm looking to preserve power. I use my phone a lot. And I have it on performance mode too, so it kind of, balances it out. So, okay, so we have the grid, which is gray. We have volumes, which is green, bar up, bar down, okay? So that's basically the square around the candle itself, okay? Then you have the bull candle is purple, like we talked about. The bear candle is red. The chart line is green. So if I wanted to change the candle color, for instance, I could go ahead and change my bull candle to green, which is pretty common. And I'll change the bear candle to, let's say, I'd have to make it different than black. I couldn't use black. I could do orange, which would be kind of weird, but I'll do that anyway just to show you. Go ahead and click done. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go back to our chart, and boom. There we go. We have green bullish candles, and we have orange bearish candles, okay? So I was able to change that. Now, if we want to change settings with indicators, we're going to go up to the little f in the top. You guys see that little f? Looks like a cursive lowercase f. Boom, click on that. Awesome. Now you guys can see I have moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and relative strength index, or RSI. Ultimately, it's up to you what you have here. This is your choice. You know, it doesn't matter. You don't have to copy what I do. I recommend having an RSI up because of divergence purposes, but if you want to have a stochastic, you want to have something else, by all means, okay? It's going to open up the opportunities. Now, this is one thing I will say. I don't recommend you having multiple indicators all at once. I see a lot of people that have 4 indicators at the bottom. They can barely see the chart. You don't need all those indicators, okay? We only use 1 or 2 indicators, guys. I mean, think about it. All right, maybe 3 max. RSI, stochastic, and Bollinger Bands. All right, I don't even teach you guys how to trade off moving averages, right? Have you guys thought about that? I don't even teach you guys how to do that. Because of the way our strategy works, moving averages really only serve as a kind of a base of what we're looking at, right? They don't really give us a specific entry or exit on our strategy, right? Where other strategies rely heavily on moving averages. So you don't even need those on your chart if you don't want to. I recommend doing it. I would recommend a 50 simple, a 200 exponential, and an 8 simple. Okay, and that's what I do. You can do whatever you want. There's tons of different theories on what's the best, what's the most profitable type of moving average you can use. But again, we don't trade off those, so not really required. Bollinger Bands, pretty simple. Go to main chart, click on the plus sign, go down to Bollinger Bands, boom, click on that. And then whatever the preset setting is, go ahead and run with that. Click done. And then you're going to see that they appear on your chart. Pretty cool, right? And then down below, you need to have an indicator. RSI, you could also have a stochastic. I believe they offer stochastic. Yep, stochastic oscillator. If I want that, I'll click that, click done, and you can see it popping up at the bottom of my screen. That's the blue line. Blue and green. Blue and green. So what you look for there is a cross. Remember on the scalping strategy video, we talked about that. Okay. Now, actually, it looks like USD CHF on the hourly does have a bit of a sideways cup and handle there. Go to the 15-minute. Yeah, it was more of like a double bottom. It'll probably go up and retest and go down. This actually could be a good trade. I was waiting. I should have taken that. It was in profit there for a minute. I could have shown you guys how to take it a partial. Man. All right, well, let's give it a few and see what happens here. So anyway, so that's how you set that up. Now I'm going to take the stochastic off. And that's simple. Just click on it, click edit or delete if you want to change the settings or delete it. Now let's go back. I want to go through colors again one more time. I'm going to go through and change my colors. Go to settings. Go to colors. And I want my regular colors back. I really liked those. So I'm going to make purple. And then red. All right. Then I'm going to go to done. Now, the rest, like bid and ask price, I would just leave it alone, leave it the standard, but it's up to you. If you have different colors that you prefer to see on your screen, go with what you're comfortable with. Go with what you like to see. And then click done. And you can see my charts back. I have the same colors I had before. Looks like actually a little bit of a lighter purple. I'm going to go with a darker purple. So to give you another chance to see what I did there. Settings, colors. I'm going to go with this darker purple. I like this a lot better. It's pretty cool. Nice. Now I got my chart back. Awesome. So let's see. We're probably going to be moving into profit here pretty quickly. Yeah, we still have a bullish candle here. We'll give it a minute. Looks like it's retracing right now, so it may go up and retest that high, but it'll be ready in a few minutes. So I'm trying to think if I have anything else I can cover with you guys here. That's pretty much it in terms of changing things on the chart itself. I would leave all the standard settings. So I wouldn't change anything that MT4 recommends. But in terms of indicators and stuff like that, that's what you're going to be pretty much looking at, okay? So again, colors is really the biggest thing you're going to adjust here in the settings. And then again, when you go back to your chart, you'll go up to the lowercase f to change your indicators, okay? And this will be applied to all time frames. At least it is for mine. So I just want you to keep that in mind. It will be on all time frames. And Mila agrees, as you can see in the background. Okay, we're in profit. Let's go. So here we are. We're going to take a partial profit. You're going to click on the order. You're going to click close order. Okay. Now, those of you that haven't noticed this before, take a look at the top. You see how your lot size is at the top. Let's say right now you have the option to close with 315 in profit, which is the full amount of profit. Let's say you want to take a partial profit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top where the 0.10, the mini lot is. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to adjust. Now watch what happens when I backspace. Now I'm at a mini. Now it's giving me the option to take 38 cents. Or I could do a 0.02 and take 89. Or a 0.03 and take 0.03 and take 152. Or I could do a 0.04 and take 216. Maybe I want to take half. Maybe I want to take a 0.05 and take 254. Let's go ahead and do that and see what it looks like. Are you guys following me? All you have to do is adjust the lot size at the top. Now I'm going to go ahead and click close with profit. Okay, so what that did for me was it took a 0.05 and then it left a 0.05 on the table. So literally I took half of my profit. Now let's go back to the chart and confirm that. Boom, I'm still running a 0.05. So let's say I wanted to secure some profit. I was able to do so, and then I was able to leave some on the table if I wanted to let it run a little bit longer. So this is a huge advantage because you're able to accumulate your account, secure some profits, and then you can let it run. Now, even at this point, I could set a break-even stop loss. So what does that look like? So right now, if I wanted to break even and secure profit, I would drag my cursor right after the entry. Now, keep in mind, you need to take into account the spread. Okay, so look at how wide your spread is. Pretty much just eyeball it. I would just shoot right there. I would go right there at 98404. Okay, 98404 would be my break-even stop loss because it's under my entry, which means if it hits that stop loss, it's going to secure my profit. Regardless of what happens, I will break even on this trade. This is very important, you guys. This is what's known as a trailing stop loss, okay? Remember, your stop loss started up here at this red line. I'm glad that red line's there. I got kind of lucky on that. So the red line indicated a stop loss for this example, right? Now you're moving your stop loss to break even, which is below your entry on a sell, okay? And if this candle goes up, it would actually hit our stop loss. So remember, 98404, I'm going to go to my entry. Modify order, 98404, modify, done. So now you can see I have a break-even stop loss. Now, chances are this candle is going to hit that order. It could, it may not. It may continue to go down. So I'm not going to wait it out to see what happens, but that's exactly how you do a break-even stop loss. So remember, you know, when you first open up a trade, you want your stop to be outside of your entry, right? Going the other direction, the opposite direction of your order. However, with this, once I've secured enough profit, I want to go ahead and set a break-even stop loss. Now, here's the thing. You don't want price to be like right here when you set up your break-even, okay? I usually wait for it to go about, let's see where our entry is, 41 down to 32. Now we're about 8 pips. I would wait for it to go about 4 or 5 pips before I set that order because your stop loss could be triggered for no reason when it's really close to your stop, and then it could just go down anyway. You don't want that to happen, okay? You want to be far enough away from your order once you place a break-even stop loss. Are you following me? Okay, you don't want price to be really close, because then it could just tap it on accident and then go down. You want to make sure you've secured a little bit of profit, prices away from your entry enough to where it makes logical sense to place a break-even stop loss. Okay, so again, what we covered in this video is how to set up your color scheme, how to set up different indicators. Okay, also we talked about how to take a partial profit on an order. Okay, and then we also talked about how to set a break-even stop loss and how to trail your stop loss. Now, let's cover one last thing because we're talking about a trailing stop. Let's say that price ends up going down here. Let's say price reaches down here. What you can do at that point is, if you believe the trade's still going to run, you can set a new stop loss right here, which will secure even more profit. So what I do is I go to 98318. Now I can't do it right now because price isn't even there yet. But what I'm saying is when price gets down to here, down to this red line, I would trail my stop loss down to here. Okay, so I would go from here down to here. Make sense? Okay, price is down here. Price is down here. I'm going to take this break-even stop and I'm going to pull it down even further to secure profit. So basically, as the price moves in the direction you want it to go, you keep adjusting your stop loss accordingly. Okay, and when you do that, that gives you the chance to really let the trade run. I mean, imagine if you kept doing that and price ended up going all the way down to here. Or even better, let's go down to the 1 hour. Imagine if price went all the way down to here and you secured 98.33, over 100 pips down to 97.16. That would be crazy, right? That would be awesome. All right, and look, we're in profit. That was a good trade. So keep that in mind. As price moves down, adjust your stop loss to about half between the entry and where price is at. So like I said, if price is right here at this red line, okay, right here, I want to set it to halfway between my entry and where price is at. Okay, and then keep doing that. So then price goes down here, I set my stop right here. You following me? All right, sounds good, guys. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to inbox me or ask in the chat group. So we did a pretty good recap here. We covered a lot of information. I highly, highly recommend going back through the video. I appreciate you guys for listening in. I had Mila in the background. She just wanted to say hi to everybody, and her toys were going off. Hopefully it wasn't too noisy and too bad for you. So again, hope you guys gained value. I will see you on the next one.